Hello.
Hi.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Day after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yes. We're all joined here tonight for a very exciting event. I think it's exciting. I have mixed feelings about the event, actually. The event is 1 year anniversary of Mary O's virtual session.
Yes.
So it's a strange one because we really would rather not be doing this, but it has been going on for 1 year, which is an achievement for all of us in the virtual session community, and pretty cool. It's also St. Patrick's Day was yesterday, and it's almost the equinox as well.
Sunday is the equinox. Right?
Yes, which is an important holiday for people from northern climates, such as Alaska.
Of course.
So lots of things to celebrate during this time of strange anniversaries. I know that some of you have been with us in the virtual pub for the whole year, which is amazing.
I wonder if there's anyone who has not missed a session.
I was just thinking
If
about
you
that.
have seen all 66 sessions, let us know.
Yes, 65. Today is 65. That would be interesting. That person deserves a prize if they exist.
Yes.
Angela Botzer's come close.
This could be Angela Botzer. She missed a couple, right?
I think she was not here at the very beginning.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, let us know if somebody has made it to everyone. That would be insane. So we have a slightly different format for tonight because what we do at the regular Mary O's once a year is have a monster session. And of course, Mimi Buell, our poet of the session, usually helps to arrange this. It's usually about... it's been as many as, I think, 9 or 10 leaders. Yep. You've been there.
Yep.
The bar is packed.
It's really cool.
Yeah. So we wanted to bring the monster session online this year because we can't do it in person and we missed it last year. But since it's online, we can invite as many people as we want. We have no space requirements. So we invited everybody who has been on the session, and so many people said yes that we actually broke the event into 2 parts. Tonight, the monster session. And then the second one is on Sunday, we're doing the St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's season finale concert. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but just so you know what's going on, half of the people are on tonight and half are on Sunday. Okay, before I get too far down any of those roads, I think we should start with the set. And
that is why we're here.
That is why we're here, and I always talk too much. So let's start with a few jigs, and these are very common Mary O's jigs. And I am going to tell you why this is on my head, but not just yet, because it requires a story.
It's a story.
It's a story. So we're going to play tunes first. So the tunes are Tommy Clifford's, or Timmy Clifford, some people call it Timmy Clifford's, a favorite of TJ Stevens.
Yes.
He said he might be here for a little bit, so I hope right now is when he's here.
I already saw him in the chat, I think.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for TJ. And then My Darling Asleep, which is usually the tune that I always start with when I lead the Mary O session. And then we'll do... what's last? Oh, Roaring Barmaid.
Roaring Barmaid.
Great. I'm going to look at your screen because I have it written down wrong
Great.
here. Okay. Excellent. So we're just going to do these 2 times each because this session is going to be long because there's about 30 people on it. So just 2 times each at a medium speed.
Don't worry. You won't see us between every single session.
No. Yeah, don't worry. People are like, I'm going to shut this off right now. No, the format is kind of like our concerts. We'll do 4 or 5 performances and then we'll come back. So you won't have to listen to me too much. Okay, so grab your instruments here. And we'll start off with these jigs. TJ, you better be playing along here. That's all I gotta say. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. me of starting the first session at Mario's. I don't know why, but I always play My Darling Asleep first.
It's a good tune.
It's a really excellent, and it's easy, and it's good to warm up on. All those good things. Okay, so I was just noticing some things here. First of all, Bill Connor is in the chat.
Hi, Bill.
And I have known Bill and Betty Connor since I was probably 6 or 7.
Cool.
They helped bring me up, I would say, into in the music community. And I know that they've been watching, but not chatting. So this is awesome to see them in the chat.
Exciting.
Let's see. I saw something else.
A few people have said they've attended all 65 sessions.
Oh, well.
Peter
okay.
has seen them all. Mimi has been to all 65.
Oh, Mimi, of course, yeah. Gail and Brian Feeney said they missed 3.
Yeah.
And my mom might have been at all of them, I would guess. If she hasn't, I'm going to be very angry. No, I'm joking.
Very impressive, folks.
Very impressive. Okay, that really. I've said this before. We just sit here and look at a camera, and we imagine all of you out there in the internet land, and it's really cool when we actually hear from people that have been attending, and that we know that there's somebody else on the other side of that internet connection. So that's very cool. Thanks for coming to our 1-year celebration. Okay, so a couple things before we get going on the music. I mentioned, if you came in late, the format tonight is a little different than normal. We will be doing sets of 4 or 5 performances all back to back, kind of like our concerts, because we have so much to get through. We don't want to be sitting here. Well, we do want to be sitting here until midnight, but we don't. We probably will fall asleep if we do that.
Also, our neighbors might get annoyed.
Our neighbors will get annoyed. So yes. So if you want to see the order, if you're looking for a certain person, I put it in the description. So just go down there. If you're not seeing it, just reload your screen and it will pop up. We are going to do some games later. Not crazy, Chris. Don't worry, not crazy games. But there'll be 3 of them, and the prizes will be some Tunes Play T-shirts. So stick around, and if you want to participate in the games, unfortunately, you have to be able to chat, because you have to tell us your answers. So if you want to do that, make sure you can chat. I mentioned earlier that half of the people who replied to my ask for the Monster session are tonight. The other half are on the finale concert, and I'm going to mention this a number of times tonight because it's our last remaining St. Patrick's Day event. Okay, here's the poster that I made, which it looks like kind of like preschool to me, but that's fine. It's happy and spring-like. So the way this works, we've only done one other event ever that was not open to the public. And we're doing this both of the events have been the finale concerts for the subscriber series. But we've opened them up also to anybody who contributes any amount to any of the Student Supply funds. There are 4 funds that we use to run this whole operation. One of them is the session fund that you guys all contribute to already. So if you're going to do that anyways, then you get the link to the concert in the receipt for your contribution. So it's very easy. You just contribute as you usually would, and then look for the link in your email. I think we're not going to do many of these non-public things. It works better if everybody.
We like to have more public-facing content, of course.
We probably should have just made it public, but now that we already went down, it's too late to change it now. So it can be the smallest amount. I think the minimum the processor will allow is $3. So you can do $3 and you're in. I'll put the link to the funds in the chat, or you can just go to the regular link that rests on Chris's head. And that is on Sunday at 5 p.m. And there's 30 more musicians that are on that one. And we'll live host. Yeah.
If you can't watch it 5, it'll be a YouTube link like normal. You can watch it whenever.
Yeah, it will just remain
just like
it usually does. Yeah.
Okay. I saw it's Ricky Halford's birthday.
Oh!
Happy birthday, Ricky.
Happy birthday. We already did March
birthdays for my birthday.
So we already played for you, Ricky. But if you have an April birthday, we will remember to play for you shortly. Let me just make sure there's nothing else I was supposed to say, because I feel like there's lots for this one. We do have a couple of community pictures from you guys. If somebody wants to send one in, they can. I just have to say, I love the pictures that everybody sends in. It's way easier for us if you send them before 7 p.m. so we can get them on the broadcast. That is not to say that you can't send them now, because we will still put them up. But if you want to send something on St. Patrick's Day, Monsters, or First Birthday, you can send it to tunes@tune.supply, because we do have community pictures tonight. And the last thing I will say is, if you got my personal email from my mailing list in the last couple of days, there was a note that I put in there about a sick cat. That cat is not Toast. I just want to, everybody wrote to me and was very, very worried that Toast was sick. It's not Toast. It's another cat of mine that lives elsewhere, and his name is Jack. You might know him if you've known me for a while. He's the one that's sick, and we're getting him treatment. So please don't worry. Toast is fine. He'll make an appearance in a little bit.
He's over using my desk chair right now.
He's more than fine. We'll just say more than fine. He's just fine. So let's go ahead and start into this first set. I'll just say the names real quick, but again, they're down in the description there. James Cleveland, who's one of my co-leaders at the regular session and at the Irish Arts Center. He's going to start us off with Alan Murray on guitar, Manus McGuire, Donnie Carroll with the song, accompanied by Pat Mangan, Shay Coyle, and Eugene Better. So we've got some great ones right up front.
And Jimmy Keane is in there too. Right?
Oh, and Jimmy Keane right in the center. Yep. Yes. Okay, great. So enjoy these 5 sets. We will see you back in about 20 minutes.
All right, enjoy.
Hey everybody. It's good to be back with you and part of this monster session. And I'm really happy to be playing with Alan Murray. Hey Alan.
Hi James.
And we're going to be playing 3 jigs for you. The first is Shandon Bells. This is the first tune in the O'Neill's collection. The second is Swallow's Nest, also known as the Swallowtail Jig. And the third is Donnybrook Fair, otherwise known as Joy of My Life. And these are 3 Irish Arts Centre band tunes, and I dedicate these to my fiddle students, who learned a couple of them this term. So here we go, starting with Shandon Bells, then Swallow's Nest, and then Donnybrook Fair. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Alan.
Cheers, James. Cheers.
Hi, Caitlin and Chris. For the St. Patrick's Day session at Mary O's, I'm delighted to play these 2 jigs. I'll play them slowly, and I hope it helps for the session and that people will enjoy these. The jigs in question are The Humours of Lachine and The Leg of the Duck.
Hello folks, welcome tonight to Tune Supply. I'm delighted to be back here again playing music, and tonight I'm joined by Patrick Mangan, who has a great new album out, and the song is called Patrick Was a Gentleman. Patrick was a gentleman and he came from decent people. He built a church in Dublin town and on it put the steeple. His father was a Gallagher and his mother was a Grady. His aunt was an O'Shaughnessy, his uncle was a Brady. So here's the more St. Patrick boys, he's the saint so clever. He gave the snakes and toads a twist and he banished them forever. Very high and so the hill of Oatsir. There's a hill that's higher still, higher than the Boatsir. On the top of that high hill St. Patrick preached a sermon. He drove the frogs into the bogs and he banished all the vermin. So here's the more St. Patrick boys, he's the saint so clever. He drove the frogs into the bogs and he banished them forever. Not the mile in Erin's with a dirty vermin musters. There he put his there for foot and he murdered them in clusters. The toads and popped the frogs and stopped up dashing through the water. The six committed suicide to save themselves from slaughter. So here's the more St. Patrick boys, he's the saint so clever. He gave the snakes and toads and twists and he banished them forever. No wonder that the Irish boys should be so gay and frisky. Sure St. Patty taught them that as well as making whiskey. No wonder that the Saint himself should understand distilling. His mother kept the sheepy shop in the town of Enniskillen. So here's the bold St. Patrick boys, he's the saint so clever. He gave the snakes and toads a twist and he vanished them forever. So here's the bold St. Patrick boys, he's the saint so clever. He gave the snakes and toads a twist and he vanished them forever.
Hi folks, Jimmy Keane once more from Chicago. Hope you are all doing well, and it's great to be part of this monster session for St. Patrick's Day festivities. I thought I'd play 3 jigs that I started playing years ago. The first is the, and I think you all know these, first is the Ship in Full Sail. It's the 3-part version. The second tune is called the Bahola Jig. We like the tune so much, I actually named the band after it. Bahola Jig was brought to Chicago by Jimmy Neary in the 1920s, taught it to all the musicians here. Seamus Cooley learned to Joe Cooley's brother, and when he retired back in Ireland, he brought the tune with him and people started playing it in Ireland, except they call it Seamus Cooley's Jig. And the third tune is from O'Neill's collection of music. Since we're in Chicago, might as well throw an O'Neill's tune in, of course. And it's called The Gentleman's Heart to the Ladies. So the Ship in Full Sail in G, the Bahola Jig in D, and the Gentleman's Heart to the Ladies in the key of A. So there you go. I'll try not to go too fast. And if that's the case, just start shouting at the monitor or something, or throwing tomatoes or whatever. Here we go. time. See you down the road. Be well and safe, folks. All the best.
Hello, all you tune suppliers out there in internet land. It's Eugene and Shay back again for another set of tunes with you guys. Always a pleasure to be a part of these projects. We're going to be letting it rip with a couple hornpipes. First one is Kitty's Wedding. The second one, I can't remember the name of, but it's one that Sean McGuire made famous.
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
the dangerous
Oh, yeah.
to happen. It didn't happen
Or
this
the
time.
lovely.
Lovely, yes. And I did ask
Lovely.
Shay and Eugene if they'll come back and lead a full session coming up soon.
Yes.
We don't have a date yet, but we will do that at some point because they are favorites both in person and on the online sessions.
Of course.
Okay, so we made it through the first set. There are four big sets of performances tonight, and I know a bunch of people came in the virtual session as that was happening. So if you did that and you want the order, if you want to know where your favorite person is, just look down in the description and it's down there. Okay, a couple of things that I thought of while we were doing that. One, somebody wrote to us and said that they have a recurring contribution to TuneSplite, and they're wondering how they get the concert link if they have the recurring session because they don't get the email. So don't worry.
Point.
Good point. And
Yes, thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you for telling us. We will send an email to everybody with a recurring contribution set up so that you can have the link. So don't worry about that. And we do have recurring contributions. I suppose that's a good time to mention it if you would like to be a TuneSupply supporter all the time, which
Great segue.
which we love. It's in our 1 year anniversary. I've been thinking about what TuneSplite is. I like to call it an octopus because it does so many things, and
Yes.
it's just Chris and I who run it. So actually, where I'm going right now leads to why I have this on.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I should talk about that
Great.
first. So the reason I have this on is because I was trying to get ready for the session, and I thought, I should dress up for the 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really feel like dressing up, and I was trying to do my hair, and it was just not doing anything, more so than it does not behave. And the reason is because I don't remember the last time I took a shower.
I don't either. I remember the last time I took a shower. It was this morning. I don't remember the last time Caitlin took a shower.
This week has been, I don't know how to describe it, really terrible in a lot of ways,
Yes.
and busy because of St. Patrick's Day, and dealing with a sick cat, and all sorts of things. So
Not Toast. Toast is not the sick cat if you're just joining us.
yeah,
It's
Toast
not
is fine,
Toast.
and he's going to make an appearance, a different sick cat.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I haven't actually showered in a long time, so I thought the only way to fix this problem with the hair is to put a fascinator on, because what else could I do with the hair? I did put some perfume on for you guys. I don't know if you can smell it. Do you smell it?
Smells great.
Okay, it's mixing.
Yeah. It masks whatever else is happening.
So
Anyway.
anyways, that's why I have this on my head. Where was I going with that? Oh, TuneSupply. Yeah. So we have been going a year, and the entire thing is based on community contributions, with the exception of things that are sold in the store, like T-shirts and books and things like that. So it's all come from you guys, and we want to say thank you, as we always do, but especially on the 1 year anniversary. I didn't know if we would get here, but we did.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a drink after that long speech. So you might recall that Peter Rahill tried to send us some more limoncello from his. He made this himself from lemons in his backyard, and the second bottle he tried to send us got lost in the mail. Now, somebody suggested that maybe it didn't get lost in the mail.
I think some UPS driver was made very happy.
And that's good. If that's the case, I feel like UPS drivers have had a hard year, so
Yes.
that's fine. But he sent us some more, and apparently this is stronger than the first batch, and we have not tried it. We're trying it on camera here. Cheers. I love the color of it. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's stronger.
Oh.
It's good. It's right at the end. It
Yeah.
it grabs your taste buds.
All right. Thank you, Peter Rahill.
Thank you, Peter. We drink this only on the session. And it came in a cool bottle, too. Yeah, it's all frosty.
You can see what Peter made it out of it. Maybe you can't because of the focus.
So Peter should probably set up a business, I'm thinking. I'll set up your website for you.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be peterrahill.store.supply.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Okay, so I hope you guys are enjoying something at home there, alcoholic or non. Probably non, since it's the day after St. Patrick's Day.
I'm going to stick with my tea for now.
Yeah. Couple other things before we do our first game. And remember, if you want to participate in the game, you got to be able to go in the chat. Which side is it? That side? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So we'll do that in just a second. I just want to say that next week, on the same topic of my fascinator, next week's session, we are taking off. We are not doing a session. This is the first time we have not done a session since August of 2020. And prior to that, we did have there was a small break, but prior to the break, we had not missed a session since we started in March. So this is an eventful thing for us to take 1 week off, and we hope you'll forgive us for doing that. But we have to get some sleep and catch up on emails, many of them from you guys.
Yeah.
So no session next week. Pass the word around. Okay, game number 1. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So the prize for all 3 games is a ToonSpy t-shirt of your choice from the website. There's women's shirts, men's shirts, and tank tops. Not the sweatshirts because there's not very many left, but any of the shirts that you want in any color and size that we have. They look kind of like this. This is the women's V-neck. I'll show you some of them as we go, but that's the prize.
Many of you may have already purchased the t-shirt, but they make great gifts. So.
You could, if you already have one and you want us to send it to your friend, we can do that.
Yeah.
It's totally up to you. Okay, so here's the game.
I have not been informed what the game.
Nope, and he's scared.
Yes.
Chris gets scared when I do games. So I just read about this game. It's called There Must Be a Reason.
Okay.
And what you do is you think of something annoying that people do. And in this case, I was trying to think of something annoying that people do at sessions, which really there's not that much annoying stuff that people do, especially at Mario's session. But I was thinking of like playing too fast or too slow, which is very subjective. Stealing a seat.
Oh, that's annoying.
That's annoying. Talking too much between sets. That's me. But I think we're going to... Can you think of any other really annoying ones offhand? I'm sure in the...
Playing too fast or too slow.
Yeah.
Did you say that right? Yeah.
Let's go with stealing a seat. I don't know if you guys have had this, but you come to the session, you sit down, and you're playing along, and then you need a drink or you need to go to the bathroom. You get up, and you come back, and somebody else is in your seat.
This is not a problem with virtual sessions, unless, I don't know, maybe your cat comes and steals your seat.
That's true, because we have unlimited first row. Okay, so that's the annoying thing. So the game is, you have to say, there must be a good reason why Caitlin stole my seat in the session. So I want to know what your reasons are that I would steal your seat in a session. And you can go crazy, you can go reasonable, logical, silly, whatever you want. As usual, it's up to you. You guys are all extremely, extremely creative. So I want to hear what your reasons are that I might steal your seat at the real session when we come back.
Great.
Okay, going on, you can put your answers into the chat. Chris will be the judge, and we're going to move on to a few of my own pictures while you're answering the question. Okay, this was last St. Patrick's Day, 2020, a couple days after everything shut down, and that is City Hall dressed in green lights for St. Patrick's Day, and it did that this year as well.
Oops.
This is, of course, Avocado, our dinosaur, on a field trip to Mario's. Remember when the first time we walked up there? Nobody on the streets. We saw like 5 people in 0 cars.
Yep.
Avocado masked, of course, enjoying the flowers. This was Avocado riding up to Mario's in my bag. Avocado follows all of the health regulations.
Yeah.
Oh, except this was illegal. So this is Avocado drinking a Guinness at Mario's. Definitely was not supposed to be drinking in the
was
pub.
not supposed to do that.
Nor was he or she supposed to have his mask off. Okay. I think there's 1 or 2 more. Oh, and this is what happened when we came back. Avocado got into the tequila.
You couldn't deal with the pandemic.
No, neither could we.
No.
We still can't.
Yeah.
And this, we haven't really shown any behind the scenes pictures. And we have a completely different setup now, but this was the original setup, which I think is funny because you can see we have obtained all of the lights in our house and put them like everywhere. There's one that's on the table because we could not get enough light for the session.
And you can also see that there's a table on a table.
There's a table on a table.
Which is holding the computer.
This was what we had to rig up at first to get the session going.
Yeah.
So we've got it better now. Okay, and then I have one video which I kind of forgot this was happening somehow, but you might recall at the beginning of the pandemic, for a long time, at 7 p.m., everybody would cheer. And in New York, it was amazing. You could open your window and you'd hear the cheering for first responders. So I just wanted to remind us that that was happening. I have a little video. Oh, I forgot that it ended like that.
That was it.
So we don't do that anymore. I guess people got tired of it. But if you're a first responder, thank you for your work and service over the last year. Okay, do you have a winner yet?
No.
Okay, keep looking. I'll keep talking. Don't forget, finale concert is on Sunday. If you're just joining us, I'll remind you that you need to contribute at least $3 to any of the Toon Supply funds to get the link. We will try not to do any more of these. We shouldn't have done it this time, but we're too far down the road to change now. So when you contribute, you'll get an email. It has a link in it. You can come to the concert with about 30 more musicians on Sunday at 5 p.m. Thanks to everybody who came to the Villanova concert last night. It was super fun. And great to see a whole bunch of Toon Supply people taking over the chat. That was my favorite part of it. I don't think that the Villanova people were like, who are these people that are taking over the chat? So that was really great. And it's actually, this concert is now available to the public. So I'll put the link to it in the chat. It's also, I think I put it in the description. I'm not sure. But you can go see it now if you didn't see it last night. And we'll check in with Chris for a winner.
Okay, what do you think of this one?
Yes.
That's a good one. Okay. Caitlin stole my seat. What is it? Caitlin stole my seat at the
There must be a good
yeah.
reason why Caitlin stole my seat.
The reason was to show off her fascinator.
That would be an actual reason I would do something like steal a seat, actually, in real life.
Roxanne, Olivia, send us an email at
Yes.
tunes@toon.supply, and we will get you your choice of Toon Supply shirt. Or
Yes.
you can send it to a friend.
Yes. I don't think Roxanne has a shirt, actually, because
Yeah,
I don't recognize her name in the order. So let us know what you want to do, Roxanne. And there's 2 more games, guys. So if you didn't win, don't worry, there'll be more. Okay, I think we're ready for set 2.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to play favorites, I really do, but I have to say, this first thing that's going to happen on this set is probably my favorite thing to go on Toon Supply in all of March. I just have to say it.
Yep.
So you guys are in for a treat. We love it so much that we're going to actually put it on the concert also, which we never do this.
You can watch it again.
It is spectacular. And you might know who I'm talking about. His name starts with D, and last name ends with Murley.
Oh.
And he's going to sing. Okay, here we go.
3, 4. I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal, and all the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl. I guess I loved $1,000,000 or more, and I guess I played the love game over and over. I just quarreled with Sue, that's why I'm blue. She's gone away and left me just like all dolls do. And I tell you boys, it's tough to be alone, and it's tough to love a doll that's not your own. I'm through with all of them, I'll never ball again. Say boy, what you gonna do? I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And all the flirty, flirty guys with the flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl. I guess I loved $1,000,000 or more, and I guess I played the love game over and over. I just quarreled with Sue, that's why I'm blue. She's gone away and left me just like all dolls do. I tell you boys, it's tough to be alone, and it's tough to love a doll that's not your own. I'm through with all of them, I'll never ball again. Say boy, what you gonna do? I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot see. And all the flirty, flirty guys with the flirty, flirty eyes will love to flirt with dollies that I read. Oh, when I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl.
Hi everyone, Jason O'Rourke from Belfast here, playing the trusty C.G. Jeffries Anglo-Concertina here. I'm delighted to have been invited to play along with Eileen for Tune Supply, and we're going to play a couple of reels. The first one is called Aggie Whites, and it's her version of the Chattering Magpie, and the second one is called Aggie's Wedding, which was composed by myself on the occasion of Aidan and Anya O'Donnell's wedding a couple of years ago. Hope you enjoy the tunes. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Tim Britton, coming to you from Iowa, and I have the honor and pleasure of being joined by Aaron and Matthew Alwell from Virginia. A couple of old friends of mine that I don't get a chance to see very often. We're going to play you 3 old style piping jigs: the Freeze Britches, Langstrom's Pony, and Pudging O'Rafferty. Hope you like them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Amazing. Chris was just saying, I wonder how much stamina it takes to play a set that long.
That was a marathon set.
Yeah. Lots of parts in lots of tunes.
Yeah.
It must take a lot of...
Especially if you're a flute player.
Yeah. So you might recognize the name Olwell from the last name of Matthew and Aaron. They are from the Olwell flute making dynasty, of course, and both of them play multiple instruments and dance and
apparently do seamstering.
Sewing, I think it's called, so that it's not gender
Right.
specific. But yes, they're incredible. And actually, I meant to do this before the session started, but the set was long enough that I was able to go on Facebook and grab some pictures from the last time I believe that I was playing with Aaron Olwell, which was, I don't know what year. I would say it was probably 2007. And a couple friends of mine, Allison Barber and some other people from New York, decided on a whim to drive to Charlottesville. I think we just rented a car and started driving because there was a music party going on at Aaron's house, if I recall correctly. And we got there late at night and we jumped right into the party, played tunes. Everybody was dancing, having a blast. And then I think we drove back the next day, if I recall correctly. But I found some pictures, and I actually don't recognize a lot of the people in these pictures because it's kind of the Charlottesville scene. But I thought maybe I'd show them because you guys might recognize them. And I selected the non-embarrassing ones, since this is public consumption here. Let's see, Chris is just going to grab them. It takes just a second here because I neglected to give them to him previously. And they're all taken with a terrible 2007 camera. So there's some partying happening there. And let's see what else. Okay, this is Katie Linan on the right. And, oh gosh, what's his name? Amazing accordion player. Oh, shoot, I'm forgetting his name. From another music dynasty on the left there. And the middle guy was a mandolin player. Forgetting his name again. Oh, gosh, somebody remind me who that is. Oh, my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, and then here's the last one. And maybe you guys can tell us in the chat if you recognize anybody. I think Laura Feddersen might be on the couch. It's a little hard to tell. But anyways, those are some pictures that I grabbed quickly from Facebook. I know they don't look like anything special, but I remember that night like it was yesterday. Yeah. It was just one of those moments where great people together, music, foods and drinks, dancing. It was just really special. So thank you for inviting us down to Charlottesville, Aaron, and I hope maybe we can do that again someday. Sean McComsky, of course, Sean McComsky. I don't know how I forgot that. That was Sean McComsky in the picture with Katie Linan.
Right.
Okay, so we have the poem coming up next. If you're new to the session, we have a poem. Usually it's in person, but we've done them, I think, at every single virtual session as well, and they're written by Miriam Buell.
Who has attended every single virtual session.
Who has attended every session, yes. So we're going to show the poem and then do a little toast report after that.
Hi, Mario's friends. A very bad poem in honor of the 1-year anniversary of Toonsply and in gratitude for all the monsters who are coming out tonight to help us mark this occasion. Once upon a time, scary monsters we feared. We were small and naive and young in our years. In 12 months, we've learned other things much more frightening, but also discovered brave bolts of bright lightning. Take Caitlin and Chris, who saw gig jobs deflate. So Toon Supply, within hours, did miraculously create. If miracle means, say, from knife and some floss, make a business that lets the musicians be boss. We salute you, you two, and your ideas oh so crazy. Your dedication makes Iron Men feel way, way lazy. And we bring on the fun kind of monster this time, as we did down at Mary's once a year, so sublime, a big happy crowd of friends loud and merry, tunes wicked fast, and talent so scary. So let's get all our shots, wear our masks, and sit tight, so we'll meet up again when this world is set right. Thanks to everybody tonight for making it a lovely session. Please chip in to the box if you can. Give us some dough. And don't forget to support Mary. Small businesses make New York happen, make the world go round. She is our patron saint, and she delivers shepherd's pies to low-income seniors in the neighborhood, so you can help her help others. Also, ordering scones, not such a bad idea, especially in the month of St. Patrick's. Please stay safe, and can't wait to see everybody soon. Eat your kibble. Bye.
Chris,
I'm doing the toast report here.
Chris went and grabbed Toast during the poem, and he had him like a baby the whole time, and Toast was just laying out with his stomach out, and then right at the last moment he decided he'd had enough of that. Yep. So here's Toast. Toast has not been seen in person in a few weeks, so we just want to assure everybody that he is doing just fine. He did have to get a manicure. You can maybe see that he has little toe caps on his nails now because he was doing a little scratching, and now everything's back to normal, and everybody's fine. Right, Toast?
Everything's fine.
He's very relaxed.
We call this floppy. He's very floppy.
He's very floppy. He was fast asleep before he got picked up.
I think he was not very pleased to be woken up.
It's good you're not wearing a dark colored shirt today.
Right.
When Chris is wearing a dark shirt, it just looks like he's petting his shirt.
Okay, I'm going to let Toast go back to sleep on his favorite chair.
Okay. Thank you to Mimi for the poem there. That was a lovely, lovely poem. Mimi always says it's going to be a bad poem, and it's not. In fact, the more she says it's a bad poem, the better the poem is. That's the formula for it, I think. And Amos has been well trained now to receive lots of treats during the poem.
That reminds me. I meant to give Toast. I brought the treats over.
Oh shoot, that would have kept in there. Okay, well, now that you showed them, you have to give him one. Okay, so don't forget to contribute to the box. Tonight we have, I forgot to count, but something like 30 people that were paying. So obviously we have to remind you a few extra times to put a few bucks into the box so we can pay all of the leaders like we do for every Tune Supply thing that happens. The point of Tune Supply is to create a little work and get a little money into the pockets of musicians who have had their industry decimated, and it's still happening now, and probably for some time still. So thank you for contributing as usual. Okay, so we have a second game now. Chris, you're not going to like this one as much because it's slightly more complicated.
Okay.
Okay. So again, this requires using the chat. The game is called The Thinker, and it's a 2-part game. But don't worry, there's not 2 prizes. It's just 2 parts. So in the first part, can I use you as part of the game?
Okay.
Okay. So you have to think of something.
I have to think of something?
Yeah. Like a phrase. It really doesn't matter what it is. Like, I want some whiskey. Or like, I had too much whiskey yesterday. Or the flowers outside are coming up. Anything like that.
Right now?
Yeah, but don't tell me what it is, okay? No pressure. I'm just going to keep talking, and you can think of the thing. Okay, great. So now what you all have to do is put into the chat what you think Chris is thinking. Now, this is not a children's show, so you can put things that are not G-rated, but let's not go too far with that, since maybe some kids are watching. I don't know. But so you're going to put into the chat what you think Chris is thinking right now. Okay, that's the first step. So do that for a second while I talk about some other things. First thing is, we received a present in the mail that we love. So we have to talk about this. It's a blue dinosaur. Now, the bottom says that it is in fact a Brontosaurus, not a Diplodocus, and that's totally fine. We are accepting of all dinosaurs in this house. And it's blue, which is my favorite part about it, and it's a planter. So when we plant something, it will look like the Brontosaurus is eating the plant. It's great.
Yeah.
And this was from Don and Diane McIntyre. We did not expect any presents. We never do, but I have to say this is a really great one, and we'll join our family of dinosaurs back here. So we'll update you once we plant something in it.
Sorry, I'm looking alarmed because Toast has climbed back up on this very unstable side table.
On a tripod table.
It's a tripod table, so I'm holding the table.
Okay.
He almost knocked it over.
Okay. Okay, so... and then I just, on the subject of 1 year of this session, I like to update you guys on what the stats are for numbers, because I think it's impressive and it's all driven by the community. And it's very helpful to the musician community. So the current numbers are that the money that has been paid out to the musicians who have appeared on this session so far is about $30,000 now. And the 95, yay! And 95 artists have been featured, either as guests or leaders. And we asked all 95 of them if they wanted to be on the session. And between today and Sunday, I think about half of them or more, something like that, said yes. So it's pretty cool community, and I can tell you that the leaders and guests really enjoy doing it and are very thankful for your contributions. So thanks very much. And of course, this is the 65th session.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, part 2 of the game. Wow, people have some great things. I haven't read them all. Wow, I wonder how many of Toast's toe caps it would take to hold exactly one sip of limoncello. Okay, so thank you for doing that. Now, the only reason that's actually not what's gonna win you the prize.
Yeah.
That's just we needed that on record for the second part of the game.
Okay.
So the second part is you have to tell us what your answer is, and then what you guys have to do is explain to us in the chat why your answer is closest to Chris's answer.
Okay, that's good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody understand? Yes, everybody understands. Okay, so you have to tell us what
What I was thinking was, oh my God, there's so much cat hair all over my pants.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so now you have to tell why we should pick your first answer as the correct answer about why Chris was thinking about that. So you have to find some connection between your answer and Chris's answer just now. And that's what's going to win you the prize. That might take you a minute to think of it, so I will move on while you're doing that to community pictures that you guys all sent in on the topic. And we don't have a ton of them, so think quickly here. Is this from Angela Batza?
It is.
There we go. There's music and what is that?
Guinness.
Is it Guinness?
Yep, that's a Guinness and some flower arrangement there.
I'm not used to Guinness in a.
I think that's the non-nitro.
Oh,
type.
okay.
Yeah.
And a fiddle, of course. So good. As usual, she's completely on topic. This is from Lynn Goldfarb, and this is on the topic of monsters. Mm-hmm. And she actually crocheted this herself.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, she made it. It's very cool. She actually sent in 2, and this is not technically on the topic of monsters, but this is her dog, Darla, and it was Darla's 10th birthday recently, and that is why Darla is wearing a birthday hat, and so that is kind of on the subject of birthdays. And I know that Lynn doesn't call Darla a monster, but we call our animals monsters, actually, regardless of whether they're being monsters or not. This was actually from last week. Marilla sent this in, and we forgot to put it on, and it was perfect for the topic. You might recall that last week the topic was favorite keys, and this is what she sent, and that would have won the whole thing, but we didn't get it on in time. So
that's the Keys pub in Galway.
Yep, I've been there. Okay, and this is Clara Nieforth. I hope I'm saying Clara's last name correctly, and that was her St. Patrick's Day dinner last night, some corned beef and cabbage, vegetables, and of course, a Guinness. I think she said she was eating that while she watched the concert. Oh, another one, and this is from Ara Didakian. Again, I'm so bad with names, and this is his version of Armenian-Italian St. Patrick's dinner, which is pretty great. What is that beer? Is that a beer?
Yeah.
Irish?
So. Irish?
I'm not sure, actually. We'll have to check with him. Okay, so those are that's not too many pictures. Hopefully that gave you all enough time.
We do have one good video on the topic, though. It's a short video here.
Okay.
I can't remember who it's from. Maybe you will remember.
Joseph Lindbeck, I think. I will check while you're playing it.
That is truly a monster.
Yeah, it is a big monster. Yeah. Yes. That reminds me of one time my mom and I went to Florida right after, actually we flew down right after I did the mayor's gig here in New York at the mayor's mansion on a St. Patrick's Day morning. And we got to hold, was that a crocodile or an alligator?
I don't know.
Well, we got to hold baby alligators and it was terrifying. They were like this big and it was still terrifying. Okay, so you guys have written so many great things in the chat that we need a second to choose the winner. So we're actually going to go to the next set of tunes and we'll announce the winner after this set. In this set we have John Redman, Matt Stapleton, John Mullen and Sue Reading, right? No, Reading? I think it's reading.
I think so, yeah.
Marilla Murray, I don't know if she's still awake, but hopefully, and Martine de Kogan will end the set off with a song.
All right, enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Tune Supply's Monster Session celebration of the St. Patrick's Day season. Okay, my name is John Redmond, and with me this evening is Mr. Matt Stapleton. Matt, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, John. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've been keeping myself pretty busy, actually, in preparation and anticipation of the session and the St. Patrick's Day season. I decided to paint the walls in this room green.
Haven't they always been green? Didn't you just take those pictures down?
I know. But you could have, you could have just let me get away with that one. You could have let that one slide, couldn't you? No?
Well.
All right. So as soon as that conversation bubble has burst, we will go into playing some tunes. First one is called Sport. The second one is called The Hollybush. And the last one is called The Rolling Wave. And we're going to play them 25 times each, Matt.
25?
No. Twice each. They're in the keys of D, G, and D. All right? 1, 2, 3, and... gang. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's season.
Hello, Mario's folks. This is John Mullen, delighted to be back with my pandemic playing partner, Sue Redding. Thanks, Caitlin and Chris, for keeping her lit during a very challenging year. We're going to play one of our favorite sets, and if you're a Lunasa fan, you'll be familiar as well. We're going to play each 2 times in G.
Welcome to the Monster Session. Thanks again to Caitlin and Chris for inviting me. So, 3 Gs. The first one is Father of Flynn and it's in D. And the second tune is Out in the Ocean. We'll play it twice in G and twice in A, okay? And kind of in a reasonable enough pace. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi everybody! Happy St. Patrick's Day! Oh, the crack! Can you remember the days long ago when we just run out the door and not think about anything? Well, those days are close at hand. They're not too far off. Sure, the Spanish flu only lasted 3 years, so we must be certainly halfway through. Well, ladies and gentlemen, long ago when I was young, in Cork on St. Patrick's Day, it was a very quiet affair really. My father used to have a float in the parade for the shop. We used to have a TV, an aerial shop long ago, and we'd have a float in the parade sometimes when I was very small. And then in later years, with the Coltis branch, we had a float. And it'd just be bitter cold oftentimes. You'd get dressed up and you'd be going into town after Mass with a shamrock on your lapel, and you'd be heading into town to jump on the float with the rest of the crowd. And it's grey crack, very small in comparison to big parades that you might have in America. But it was beautiful. We'd go all around Cork City, and then you'd go home and you'd play cards or you'd break your fast. That meant you'd have chocolate. You'd start eating Easter bunnies if it was close to Easter. But during the Lenten campaign, we were all giving up sweets for the sake of our Lords. And we would have broken the fast. You could break the fast on St. Patrick's Day. You could have eggs long ago. But in America, here is where the first St. Patrick's Day parade started. Of course, you all know that. And the biggest parade west of the Mississippi is in San Diego. And I was delighted a few years ago, 2019, the last parade we've had in San Diego, that I was Irishman of the Year for the Southern Congress of Southern California, of the Irish Congress of Southern California. And so we went around in a Corvette. Oh, it was smoking hot. But no more about that. Here's a song to kind of give us that impetus that we want to go back to Ireland, right? We want to go to festivals like these that would happen this time of year, you know. Tony Davern would have us down in the bayou of Louisiana in Lafayette around St. Patrick's Day. And it'd be wild, full of wild people that celebrate Frinton, and especially St. Patrick's Day. But here we are, not at a parade. We're at a beautiful concert made especially for you by Caitlin and Chris of Tune Supply. And I'm delighted to be part of this parade of songs and tunes and stories working our way around to your home. Of course, St. Patrick was a Welshman. No one likes to say he was British, but there wasn't really Wales at that time. But he was stolen, of course, and taken by the Gaels. And to be a Gael means to be a pillager. And they stole him and brought him to the hills of Mayo. And he prayed. He wasn't a great prayer when he was small, but he prayed then when he was in trouble. And he prayed and prayed as he tended to his sheep. And then he was told to run to the boat. So he ran to the boat. He must have gone to Cork, I'd say. And he got on the boat and he said, "Take me across the water." And the boatman said, "It's too stormy, boy. We can't be going out." He said, "I tell you now, the Lord has told me to take this boat, and if you take me across the water, you'll have fair winds." So they went out into the storm and they got across the water. And he became a bishop after studying in France. And they said, "Listen, you'll have to go back to them fellas in Ireland." He says, "What? Oh my God, do you know how they treated me?" He said, "Well, you're the only one that is Irish." So he came back. And unlike stories of every other kind of religion being brought to a place that didn't have it before, he did it peacefully. He picked up a shamrock and told the people of Ireland that there are 3 parts to this shamrock, for they were nature worshippers, sun worshippers. And he said, if you take 1 leaf off, then it's not a shamrock. And if you add a leaf, it's not a shamrock. There are 3 leaves in a shamrock, just like the Trinity of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And so they said, "Oh, that sounds grand." So with that, they took the cross, the sign of the cross, and they stuck a sun around it. So they amalgamated the two. That's how we have the Celtic cross. Anyway, I digress. Back to the song. So we're going to go to the Merry Ploughboy. And this song was made famous by a number of bands who will remain nameless today. But Pader Carney stole the song. That's right. A fella, Peter McCarthy, was the actual writer. But Pader Carney palmed it off as his own. He was doing great, and like every other songwriter, he was under pressure to get another one out. So he took this one and slipped it under the carpet, saying he wrote it. But there was a big lawsuit, and I don't think Peter McCarthy got any money for it. But our bus driver for the last bus tour in Ireland we had was Denny McCarthy. That was Peter McCarthy's great, was it maybe just only grandnephew, or was it nephew? How old are you, Danny? Anyway, so with that, this song tells us that we're all going off to Dublin in the green. And in some versions, it mentions the IRA, but this song predates the IRA. So Rebel Band was in it. And Danny Doyle told me that before I even knew that Peter McCarthy wrote it. Danny McCarthy told me that. I did a gig with Danny Doyle when Cherish the Ladies brought a load of superstars together for a gig at the Philharmonic in Philadelphia. The Philly and Philly. Is that where it was? Anyway, Gabriel Donoghue, who was with me for St. Valentine's Day here on Tune Supply. Rory Macomb. There was Dermot Henry, Cherish the Ladies, myself. Who else came on? Anyway, Maura O'Connell jumped in at the last minute, like she does. So with that, back to the song, everybody. You've been here long enough. It's time to move on. The chorus goes, we're all off to Dublin in the green, right? We're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. And I'm going to play it with my new bodhrán. That's right, Rob Faulkner made me a beautiful bodhrán. Did you see it? I don't know, will you get it on the camera here now? Sorry to delay things. It says, in the inside it says, O Rosh the Vahawalya and Nish Hachten Taurig. O Rosh the Vahawalya, Nish Hachten Taurig. The summer's nearly here, lads. Right. Anyway. Oh, we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. Try it one more time. Oh, we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. Oh, I am a merry ploughboy, and I plough the fields by day. Then a sudden thought came to my mind that I might roam away. For I've always hated slavery since the day that I was born, and I'm off to join that rebel band, and I'm off tomorrow morn. For we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. And I leave behind my pick and spade, and I leave behind me plough, and I leave behind me old grey mare, for no more do I need her now. And I'll take my short revolver and my bandolier of lead, and do or die I can but try to avenge my country's dead. For we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. And I leave behind my Mary, she's the girl I do adore, and I wonder if she'll think of me when she hears the old cannon roar. And when the war is over and dear old Ireland's free, I'll take her to a church to wed, and the rebel's wife she'll be. For we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. Yes, we're all off to Dublin in the green, where the helmets glisten in the sun, where the bayonets flash and the rifles crash to the echo of a Thompson gun. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Excellent. Peter Kaysen just asked what the name of that song was. Did you catch it? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully somebody caught it and can put it in the chat for Peter, because we actually didn't write it on the screen. We should have.
Oh, yeah.
But sorry about that. Okay, so moving right along, Chris has selected a winner from the contest that we did before that set of music. Do you want to tell us?
The previous contest was basically, well, it was Guess What I'm Thinking.
Yeah.
And then
Connect.
apply the two together somehow.
Yeah.
So Meg Walker guessed, Chris is thinking that he's eager to have a beer, which I often am eager to have a beer, but that was not what I was thinking. Just a reminder, I was thinking there's so much cat hair on my pants. Well, Meg Walker had a great follow-up, which I have to find here.
There's so many great comments.
Chris needs to drink beer until he no longer can see the cat hair. Great connection. So Meg Walker, you are the lucky winner of a Toon Supply t-shirt.
Yes. Woo. Let us, and if you have one already and you want us to send it to somebody else, you can. I can't remember if Meg has one or not. But send your selection to toons@toon.supply and we will, and your address, and we'll get that in the mail. Mimi said in the chat, when I mentioned that the money paid out for the musicians was $30,000, she said, "Don't you mean $130,000?" And in fact, $130,000 is the amount that Toon Supply has paid out altogether from all of the things that we do to musicians, to over 250 musicians, and the amount for just the session is $30,000. So the other things are like concerts and orders and all the other stuff we do.
The song is called "The Merry Plowboy." Thank you.
Okay.
A couple of people put that in the chat.
Great. Okay. So we are going to do one more game, the word game, which you guys, if you've been coming every week, you know about that. And then Chris and I are going to play a set, although we have more performances after that. The reason we're playing our final set now is because it's almost 10, and we're going to probably go until at least 10:30, and our neighbors will not be happy if we play at the end as we usually do.
10 is already pushing it, I think.
10 is already pushing it. So we'll do, I'll give you the words real quick. So the way this one works is I pick 2 words from this book of interesting words, and Chris puts them on the screen. The first one, this one's hard to say. The first one is called ecdysiast. Ecdysiast.
Yep.
Okay, noun. And the other one is, hold on, I have to remember how to say it. Cuddy. Cuddy, I believe. Okay, so those are your words. The game here is you tell us what you think those words mean, and you can make up definitions. In fact, I like it if you make up definitions. I don't know if anybody's going to actually get these. Irish people might get the second one, actually. Yeah. And while you're doing that, we'll play the set. So it'll give you some time to think about that, and we'll select the winners and tell you the definitions afterwards. Don't forget to throw a few bucks or pennies or whatever you... Is there a minimum? It must be $3.
$3 is the minimum.
$3. We didn't set that. That's the processor minimum. But throw a few bucks into the contribution box or any of the Toon Supply funds if you'd like to come to the finale concert on Sunday, which features another 30 great musicians, 5 p.m., Chris and I will live host, but you do need the link, which will come in the contribution email. I know we couldn't have made it more difficult, but we're already on that path now, so that's how it works. Yeah, okay.
Someone had asked for the link, so I'm just putting it in.
Great. Yes, you can't unfortunately click on that link on Chris's head there.
Hopefully I typed it right.
It's also it's always down in the description if you ever can't find it, just for future reference.
Yes.
Okay, so the set we're going to play is the traditional, original Mario's ending set. Don't forget there's more music after this, some great stuff.
Yeah,
but we're playing our last set now just so we don't annoy people. So the set that often gets played last at Mario's, or at least originally, was A Shokin Farewell. I have no idea why, because that's not an Irish tune. And either Feral O'Gara or The Silver Spire after it. We're actually going to do all 3. So A Shokin, Feral O'Gara, Silver Spire, all in D.
D major special.
D major special, and then stick around because there's more music after that. But we would like to play one more with you. Okay. Is there cat hair on the piano?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, here we go. wildly there because I liked your bottom note.
Oh yeah, the wrong one. Right.
Great. Okay, there's more. So don't leave unless you have to go to bed, and in which case you should go to bed. But we just wanted to get that out of the way before. Oh, we made it under the 10 p.m.
Not that that's a rule or
It's a
anything,
self-imposed rule. I think we want to be good neighbors. Though sometimes
the walls are pretty thick here.
They are pretty thick, actually. We hardly ever hear anybody unless they're playing bass.
Right.
Lots of not upright bass, like bass.
Yeah.
What's that called? Like
subwoofers?
Subwoofers.
Yeah.
Yes, subwoofers. Okay, great. So, you guys.
So I realized that I haven't had a chance to look at any of the.
I found one that I think is really great.
Great. Well, you should select it then.
So, there's only two winners. We'll each pick one. I am going to pick, without even reading all of them. I really like this. How do you say this word again? I forgot.
I don't know.
Ecdysiast. Okay. Walt S.Y.D. Wrote, Ecdysiast is an ectoplasmic ghost in love with a Greek goddess.
Oh my.
Okay, that I don't have to read anymore.
Yep.
That's a winner. So Walt S.Y.D. send us your preferred shirt if you want one, and your address to tunes@tune.supply. And do you want to pick one real quick?
No, I'm good. You pick a second one.
Well, I have to talk about things, so how about you keep looking?
Okay. I'm trying to find. Oh, here's Walt S.Y.D.
Yes. Okay. There's the one.
Great,
that's
good.
one of the winners. Okay, you keep looking. I'll
Yeah.
tell my last stuff before we go to the last set. There's a lot of stuff coming up that we're involved in. However, if you missed it at the beginning, we are taking next week off because we're exhausted. So no session next week, but we'll be back on April 1st with, of course, a April Fool's themed session led by the only people who could do April Fool's session, Katie McNally and Neil Perlman, and they have some things up their sleeves, or so I hear. Alaska Folk Festival is coming up. We're bringing that online second week of April. Irish Arts Center Dance Festival is coming up. Irish Arts Center classes just ended, and then next semester starts in mid-April, so keep an eye out for that. And then a really cool thing that I'm participating in with, I think, 99 other teachers is
it that many?
It's a lot.
Wow.
It's called Fiddle Hell. I've never done it before. I hope we don't get knocked off the air because I said hell.
I don't think so.
It's an in-person event, which they've brought online, and they're extremely organized, and it looks great. Do we have the poster for that?
Yeah.
So here, 200 workshops, 35 concerts, 35 jams, April 15th to 18th. So definitely check that out. I'm teaching along with a ton of other people, and it's not just fiddle.
I was just going to ask, how do you squeeze all that into one weekend? But I see here you get access for 3 months.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, you get access for 3 months. Okay, so so definitely check that out. And what was the big announcement?
Oh yeah. Well, let me announce the winner.
Okay.
What is this person winning?
Another shirt.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So Homebrews. I don't know who you are. Could you have another tune?
Oh, that's good.
It's a good one.
That's
In fact,
good.
you can. There's more tunes coming.
And I will really quick tell you what these are. I didn't know either of these words. So an ecdysiast is a striptease artiste, because the word ecdysiasm is the act of removing one's clothes. Did you know that?
I did not.
And it comes from the Greek word ekdysis. I never studied Greek. To shed or to cast off. It's also like a zoological term for when you shed your skin or your shell or something.
Somebody got that actually.
Yeah, I saw somebody got that, and somebody got the other one too, actually.
Right.
So this cutty, I hope I'm saying it right, is a gift given as a bribe, and it's from the Irish language. This book mentions some other Irish words from the Irish language that I didn't know were originally Irish. Galore, slob, smithereens. I knew that one, and trousers. I didn't know that. Yeah. So, so this cutty, it's a complicated thing. You should probably just look it up, but it refers to the custom of a tenant putting on a supper or a night of entertainment for his lord instead of a payment. I wish we could do that. We'd live here for free.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff, but we're running late. So look up those words. Fascinating stuff. And if you won...
So, Walt, SYD.
Yeah.
If you're still here, send us an email, tunes@tune.supply, and we'll get you a shirt.
Yeah.
And who's the other winner? Homebrews.
Yes.
Send us an email, tunes@tune.supply.
Some new people, although we don't know their real names, so they might not be new people.
Right.
So we don't know who you are, so let us know. Last thing before we go into our last set of music is this is an announcement.
Do you need a drum roll?
Yeah, I mean, I hesitate to make it a big deal because I don't know if it's actually going to happen.
Okay, I have the perfect drum roll.
Okay, great. Oh, I know. That's the perfect drum roll because we don't know if this is going to happen. It probably won't. It's a pipe dream of mine that I'm looking into.
But it's good to like put the pipe dreams out into the world.
It's going into the world today, which is we made a screenshot. It's called Alaska Supply. That's kind of light. I should probably make that darker, huh?
Well, it's the first draft.
Okay, I made this in 5 minutes. That's why it doesn't look great yet. But I've been wanting for a long time to do kind of micro tourism with very small groups of people going up to the far corners of Alaska where the tourists don't usually go. So I have created a mailing list as the first option. If you're interested, if you think you might be interested in doing such a thing, when such a thing is healthy and available to do, which might be this late summer, we're not sure yet, you can get on the mailing list. Likely nothing is going to happen with this, but there you go. Okay, I'll put the link into the chat.
Alaska Supply, it might happen.
Alaska Supply.
That should just be the slogan for Alaska Supply, always.
Do you think people would sign on to a tour that the byline was, it might happen? Maybe in COVID times.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, we do have Alaska.supply, but it's not set up yet. So I'm going to put the link in the chat, and it's also in the description of this video if you don't have access to the chat.
We actually own a lot of .supply websites.
I am a website hoarder. I'm going to just say that. I own them.
Do you own them?
Yeah.
Okay. Caitlin owns a lot of .supply websites.
Occasionally I'll just get on website buying binges, like, the $20 ones, and I'll be like, oh my god, I want that one and that one and that one. I have like 30 websites.
Check back in like 5 years and there'll be a .supply empire that we're running.
Yes. Or not.
Yeah,
Probably not. It might not happen. It might happen. Okay, enough silliness.
We have one more big set.
I'm going to just say the names real quick. Emer Arkins, Kevin Buckley, Kira Jewett and New Leaf, which we're really excited about. Kevin Lees, all the way from northern Norway.
Yes.
And to end it off, Killian Valley and
one more, Margot Krimmel.
Oh shoot, it's not my list. Margot Krimmel. Yeah. Yes, how could I forget that? And Killian Valley and Alan Murray to end off. I noticed that Alan was on the first set and he's going to be on the last set.
Bookending the session, yeah.
As usual.
All right.
Okay, have fun.
Enjoy.
Hello folks, greetings from St. Louis, Missouri. Kevin and I are going to play a couple of reels that we hope you will join in with us. These are two Galway tunes in honour of Joe Burke, who passed away recently and who spent a lot of time playing in St. Louis at John D. McGurk's. So we're going to play the Galway Rambler 4 times, followed by Joe's signature tune, The Bucks of Oranmore. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, we're going to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day, and we're New Leaf, and we're going to play a couple of jigs for you, followed by a couple of reels.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello folks, I hope you're well. I'm going to bash out a couple of tunes here, some barn dances. The first one's called If There Were No Women in the World, and that's in G major. And then we'll go into another one called Joe Baines, and that's in A major. So twice for the first one, and we'll do 3 times for the last one. So I hope you enjoy playing along. Here we go.
Krimmel here from Boulder, Colorado. Yeah, playing for Tune Supply, Mary O's virtual session. Thanks Chris and Caitlin for hosting us throughout this pandemic, keeping us sane. So I'll play a set of tunes, starting with a beautiful pipe tune written by Duncan Johnstone called Farewell to Nig. And then I'll follow that with Return from Fingal, which I learned from the Lunasa recording, and finish with a slip jig, Deaver the Dancer. I learned Deaver the Dancer from Leslie Ann Harrison's new flute book called Playing Outside the Lines. Farewell to Nig.
Hello, how you doing? Good to be back with you. Good to be back playing, even if I can't see you. We're gonna do a few jigs for you, actually a mix of slip jigs and jigs. I like to do that, but also the first two I learned together. So both, I would say the first two are definitely big piping tunes. The first one is a slip jig called Na Canavan Wana, or the White Canavans. The second one is a tune from Donegal called An Roger Adu, or the Black Rogue. And the last tune is a tune called The Humours of Lachine. I think Lachine is in County Galway, though I can't be sure. So please join in. I'm going to be joined by Alan Murray here. Hey Alan. And we'll go for it. Count to 3 maybe. Hope you can't hear that construction outside my window. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
All right.
Great way to end the session with, as Mimi pointed out there, some of the regular in-person leaders to end off with there. Killian sometimes does the session with Matt Mancuso.
Yeah.
Which is really great because Matt talks a lot like I do, and Killian doesn't talk very much at all, and it works out, and it's great. Yeah. I wish we could do that. Although Killian has been playing sessions, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple actual gigs happening I
Yeah.
think this week in New York. So maybe some people have been out to them. I don't know.
Yes,
we haven't really left our house.
True. What was I going to say? Oh, the 11th Street Bar has its session going.
Yeah.
Probably on Sunday, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of the music. I'll just say a few wrap-up things. Next week, no session next week, because Chris and I are taking a break from all sorts of madness, and to get caught up on things which we are very behind. And in fact, some of you have emails into me or to Toonsupply that we have not responded to, and we will attempt to get through the piles of emails this coming week. However, there is one more St. Patrick's Day production that we're doing, and that is on Sunday, the subscriber series finale concert. It has the other half of the musicians who said yes to this gig offer, the session gig offer. There were so many, we split them into two. So to attend that session, there is unfortunately a requirement that we shouldn't have done, but now it's too late, so it's still there. You just have to contribute any amount to any of the 4 funds that we use to run Toonsupply, and including the regular session fund counts. When you contribute, you'll get the link to the concert in your receipt. Email receipt, or you can choose one of the other ones for variety if you like. I put the link over in the chat there.
If you did contribute and you didn't get the receipt, or for some reason, or went to the wrong email, just send us a note.
Yeah.
Or a message on Facebook or something, and we'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, definitely. That's Sunday at 5 p.m. And the lineup, you can see the lineup over on the Facebook event. I should probably post that. And it's on our website too, if you want to check out to see whether you like the folks who are on it.
See if it's worth
your $3.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then the last thing I'll say is we are taking a little break, but we intend to... actually, there was some chat in the chat about what Toonsupply is doing next. Toonsupply intends to continue after the pandemic is done in various ways. We will probably continue doing online production stuff. We're not sure about the session in particular, but we are already booked to bring a whole bunch of festivals and concerts and things online, which we'll tell you about soon. The store will stay up, and just to remind you, the original thing that Toonsupply did was specialize or customize video orders from our artists. Yep. So those will stay up. We have, of course, our shirts. You should show them your shirt.
In multiple colors.
This is my favorite color.
This is a great one. Yeah, this is the blue.
That was not an original color. Right. That's great. Stickers, all that sort of stuff over on the store. That will continue to be up while we take our 2-week break. I feel like we're going away forever, but
it's only really a 1-week break.
Yeah. Plus, we're doing something on Sunday, so it's less than that. Anyways, okay, we'll see you guys on April 1st. No, we'll see you on Sunday first, and we will be here. We'll be live hosting, and then we'll see you on April 1st for the next session. Do you want to try to do any thank yous?
No, I don't.
Thank you to all the musicians.
Do we know even how many we had? 30-something, right?
But people kept coming in and out of the lineup. True. I lost track. It was somewhere between 25 and 30.
How about just thanks to all of you for tuning in and watching, and for your generous contributions. It really helps us keep going now on our 1-year Mario's virtual session anniversary.
Yes. Okay, and it's past everybody's bedtime, so we're going to sign off here, and we'll see you soon. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Cheers.